Hi guys, welcome to Skyrim Special Edition mods, and today we're going to look at vivid weather. I had this mod on Fallout 4 and it was one of my favourite mods on Fallout 4, so I was over the moon when I seen that it was out for Skyrim Special Edition as well. Just having a quick look at the notes here. Vivid Weathers is the latest and the biggest weather mod and visual overhaul for Skyrim Special Edition. It overhauls all Skyrim weathers and image spaces, as well as adds a whole bunch of new weathers, 500 plus, and effects: snowstorms, blizzards, thick fog, distant rain, and particle snowflakes. You can see some of the features there if you just pause the screen. For immersion and just sheer atmosphere, this mod is a must-have because it just like finely tunes the weather in the way that wasn't done on the main game. Mainly sound effects, and well, in this one it's quite heavy on the fog effects, but we'll talk a bit more about that in just a moment. So one of the main things that this mod does is it overhauls all the effects for weather. So the fog, like the volumetric lighting, comes into effect quite a lot. The clouds, it's got like new clouds, new galaxy effects in the night sky, and star map. You see there it says future updates as moon phases and affects the night lighting. So it's quite an in-depth mod. So you can see we just run through the forest by the Phalke Rethought, and the way that the fog is like right in your face, but also in the distance. Oh, I got attacked by a wolf there, just kill it with a pickaxe. Yeah, the way the fog is like right in your face, but also out in the distance as well, is one of my favourite things about it. It's not just like a cheap effect slapped over the top. It really does feel like thick in the air in front of you. As I said, this mod does feel very heavy on the fogs, and we're just going to take a quick look here. This is in Whiterun, and as you can see, the sun is bouncing off the fog and it's very bright in your face. This happens occasionally. It's doesn't look so great here, but it shows like just how the light and the weather system plays into each other on the mod, and that's just superb.
Fiddling with any locks around here, we're going to have a real problem.
Yeah, I guess I'm known for picking locks. As you can see, the Aurora Borealis, or whatever it's called in Tamriel, I'm not sure, looks great up there, and you've got the new cloud effects just over the top. The clouds don't look so great in this image just because the aurora is so bright and the clouds like this really grey dark clouds below it. But there's something like 135 new cloud effects, so you get a very varied sky. It's not like looking up and seeing the same thing all the time. But that's one of the main things that you'll notice about the mod, is the sky always seems to be different or dynamic, in the sense that you're not just looking at the same image of day, night, afternoon, dusk. You can tailor the mod slightly to your preference. We've got a book here which you just open and then close, and it allows you to go in and affect things like bloom and saturation and lighting. So we'll just have a quick look at the settings. So you got night brightness, interior brightness, saturation, and bloom. So you can set it from doom, which is very dark, normal, clear and bright. I personally like to have it on dark for the interiors, the night, because I like the feeling that when you're out in the wilderness you are alone. There's a slight spelling mistake on how night is spelt there. Interiors, I like to have it as normal, but just check it on dark here to see what it look like. Saturation normal. I like a nice colourful image. I don't like it to be dank and dark. Bloom I have set up to normal here. As you can see, it looks quite nice when you set the interiors to dark, but it's just a bit too dark for my liking, so I tend to just have that on normal. And as we go outside, we've just took some of that lighting out of the night sky, so the light sources, the lanterns and the torches light up just that little bit more. It's got like a nice overall feeling now. but we can mess about with some more of the settings to see how it would change. We set the night brightness to doom to see what that looks like, and as you can see, it's gone even darker, so those light sources pop even more, but it's just a bit too dark for me, especially when you're out in the wilderness and you've only got your torch to light the way. So I tend to have the night brightness on dark, not doom. Yeah, saturation, as I said, I like to keep the colour in there, and bloom, it's best to keep it on low because, as you've seen before on the High Hrothgar scene, there was just a bit too much light bouncing off the fog, and here we've got it set, the bloom set to low, and it's still kind of bright, but it's got that really nice morning crisp feeling to it. So I don't mind it too much, although I would say it was just a little bit too bright. I can go in and change it, but
I have to wonder,
I keep it as it is.
what does the Dragonborn do once he's summoned by the Greybeards? Can the Thuan be taught?
Nope, you either got it or you haven't. So here we're jumping to Riverwood, and this is Jonah Thunderstorm, and this is where the mod really starts to shine. All the new thunder sound effects and the rain sound effects is just absolutely superb.
We're a small village, but we work hard and take care of our own.
And I'll just give you a few seconds to just soak up that atmosphere.
Good to see you.
Really is fantastic. There's nothing like being out in the middle of nowhere and just having the rain and the thunderclap and the lightning to really just set you into the mood, and just makes the atmosphere pop that so much more. You can get heavier rain than this. You can get some quite torrential downpours, in fact, and some really intense thunderstorms. Really is just fantastic. Next up, we're in Phalke Rethought or Morthal, one of the two, and there's just a very light snowfall. You can see the particle effects drifting in front of the camera, and just the light fog in the air. Again, as I said, there's quite a lot of instances where there's fog, but it kind of makes sense, and it would be a shame to not take advantage of the whole volumetric lighting that's been added into the special edition. Yeah, I'm just going to change the bloom to normal to show you the difference between... Oh, I put it up to ultra for some reason. As you can see, it's quite bright there, but again, you can tailor it to the way you like it. I like to have the bloom on low. Anytime now, come on. I don't know what took me so long to go through the settings there. And as you can see, it just takes the light bouncing off the fog just down to that level where it's not intrusive, but you can still see it. Again, you can get some really heavy snow blizzards. As it says, there's over 500 new types of weather, so there's no way I was going to capture them all. I just tried to get a nice little vary of it to show you them, and I don't want to ruin all the surprises as well. This is definitely one of my most recommended mods to people. Here we've got a heavy fog, and you can see you haven't got much. You can maybe see half a mile, quarter mile maybe, before it just completely drops off. But again, it just plays into the atmosphere so well, and that's the whole point of this mod, is to add to atmosphere and immersion. As I'm just looking at the snow particles falling there, it's like falling in clumps. It's not constant. It's you're getting a couple, and then it'll give her a break for a few seconds, and then a few more fall. And I got straight by a dragon. Yeah, I was gonna fight him, but it doesn't go too well when you've got the HUD disabled and you can't see what your health and stamina's on. So I think we'll just move on from here. And we're back in Whiterun for a nice clear sunny day. I'm sure the mod says that there's new cloud effects on the mountains and stuff like that. I can't really see a difference from the special edition, but I'm sure they have been tweaked as well. Here's the view from Dragon's Reach, and as you can see, the sky looks brilliant there with just a few wisps of clouds and the sun playing with the air. You got a nice bloom on the sun there. And here we've got what it looks like out in the wilderness with no light source. There's new galaxy effects up there. They really do pop nicely when it's very dark and the only thing you've got really is the night sky to see. You can see that it looks like we've just got a bit of sunset in the distance, where there's a slight blue hue just on the horizon. And that's something that the mod does very well, is just the varied amount of sky textures and variance in the sky that you'll see. Anyone who's played Skyrim knows that you should always look up and take in the atmosphere, because the sky is absolutely fantastic, and it does change quite a lot from location to location. And that's something that this mod plays into very well, is that it's even more varied. And there's the hue and just on the horizon, as I was mentioning, where you can just see the sunset, and so you've just got a bit of like turquoise light peeping over the horizon there, and then it goes into the deep dark blues for the night sky and the galaxy map there. Milky Way could be in this galaxy, I suppose. We're just going to jump forward now to early morning, and again you can see the clouds. We've got a few spotted clouds about, and we've got a nice bright horizon going up to a deeper blue in the more directly above Dovahkiin. And as you can see, the god rays are still there. They interplay nicely with the trees here. I'm not sure how much work was done actually on the lighting, but I know that the mod does list varied types of sun effects for like sunsets and sunrise and stuff like that. Here we are in early afternoon, nice bright sun up there, and as you can see, we've got a fully blue sky now and some clouds in the distance. Going to show you a few more times of the day, but this thief thinks he's going to take me down, so I just had to deal with him. But he does launch at me pretty quick here, gotta say. He caught me off guard a little bit.
I'm not going to ask again.
Oh, Sunshine, you have no idea who you're messing with.
I guess that's your last request.
Set him on fire and then cut him to pieces. Yeah, you just sit on your horse and watch, love, don't bother helping. And that's a sword down the throat. Go back for his torch to his hood. So I'm just going to jump forward in time again here, so you can see later on this is just sunset, and we've got a slight foggy haze descending, just ever so slightly hint of it. And again, it's all about the sun, how it interacts with the time of day. And I just wanted to show you some of the auroras. So got a nice green. I'm not actually sure if these have been added in by the mod or these are the default ones, but I would assume that these have been reworked by the mod as well, because as I said, there is over 500 new types of weather. We've got a dragon taking care of a few bandits outside the Silver Moon camp. I can't remember what it's called now. great silhouette on the dragon there as he takes off. And here we are in the same location, but now the Aurora's changed to deep blues and purples, and we've got those grey clouds descending again. So that's my video on, there's another dragon, that's my video on the Vivid mods, Vivid weather mods. I would highly recommend it. Playing on Xbox One here, the game has absolutely no problem handling all the new effects and things like that, and I'm sure it looks even better on PC, so if you haven't checked it out, go and check it out guys. Thanks for watching.